Hey guys, welcome back to To Homesteading. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora. It is February the 18th, 2026, Wednesday afternoon, and it's starting to get hot out there.
It is nice, but it is windy and ugly, and let me go ahead and just say it out there. How convenient it being windy, and all of a sudden these fires are breaking out all over in Texas, Oklahoma, and Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Sound suspicious? 15-minute cities? I mean, really think about it. How are they going to get those 15-minute cities if everybody's still living in these rural areas and living in these big cities?
I mean, we've had winds. We've had winds for years, and there's been some fires, yes, but not like now. Now, as soon as when they say it's going to be windy tomorrow, that morning or before it even hits, there's fires happening.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay.
And I know people don't believe that. They always say, well, this is conspiracy theory. But I mean, you got to get out of that mindset and really start looking at how evil operates. Evil doesn't care. Evil hates. It's selfish. It's all about their own agenda.
Yes.
And we actually have 6 videos. Yeah, 6 videos and 2 articles. 6 videos and 2 articles to share with you. Again, here we are in the Epstein and exposing evil. It's just so much out there. It's just, you can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting ridiculous. It's there. But our hope is in Jesus. It's not in man. And if it is in man, it's going to fail. If your hope is in man, you're going to have a rough road ahead.
Yeah.
Your hope has to be in Jesus. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me, if you can get me number 7, and hopefully you're not in those areas where there are fires. I've already thought of ideas for our homestead of what we're going to have in our area just in case fires begin. Will we leave? Of course. But we would have it set up to where it's not going to burn our area. Uh, just because if you can put metal sprinklers all the way around it and have water running and soak it up, that would prevent it. In fact, there's people out there actually doing that, and that's how some of them save their places. So let's look at this right quick. This is a man 18 shot in the head, pregnant woman stabbed 70 times. Facebook marketplace deals are turning deadly. This is not the first time. This is going on a lot about robberies, stealing from people, killing people just for. You don't know who you're going to meet whenever you're doing these Facebook marketplace, and I do quite a bit of those. That's where I get a lot of engine parts. I get a lot of good deals. I always tell Dora this is where I'm going, and I head that way. Anything can happen, but I kind of prepare for it anyway. So here, let's go to number 6. This is one of those that people are cheering and just out there giving a thumbs up, hurraying, clapping, thinking that this is for the immigrants, thinking that this is for illegals. Why do we need these to process people and get them out? Really think about that. Why? Are we processing that many people that we have to have these large facilities where there's 92,000 beds? Why? This is a $38.3 billion to boost detention capacity to 92,000 beds. Why do you need 92,000 beds when they didn't even have those when they were bringing them in?
Right. Yeah. People were complaining. People were rioting, saying that the immigrants were not being treated right. What's the difference now? Why do we need the 92,000 beds?
Yeah, they were putting them in hotels. giving them phones, giving them money, and here you go. You act like you can't get these people, take a picture of them, get fingerprints, and then ship them out. That easy. It can be done in one day, and especially since you're using taxpayer money. People honestly believe that this is for immigrants. They're buying these big facilities all around the United States. What do you think? Uh, just think about that. I really want you to think about that. Because in the Bible, it says in the last days, they're really going to persecute Christians. They're going to hate Christians. They're going to round up Christians. Just think about it.
Yes.
So let's get to it. Let me show you number 8. Again, number 8. Now, we actually had a discussion about this right before we started this video. These people have some mental issues. They need help. It's sad to see them like this. It's demonic influence. Now, I'm not saying that every person that's like this is demon possessed, but it is demonic influence. This is not natural. No way is it natural for somebody to mutilate themselves, to chop their body parts, and to do things like this. So just listen to what this woman says.
Coming on here and showing off my new tattoo. They're roses for my inner child. This whole arm is for my inner child. Look how beautiful they are. Big. Just felt like coming on here and showing off my new tattoo.
Yes, that is a woman that had a doctor cut her up like that. What type of doctor can honestly say, I'm here to help people and do these things to these people? A true doctor will say, wait a minute, I'm not doing that procedure because this is who you are. This is who God made you. I'm not going to chop you up. I mean, I truly feel for this lady. You can see it, but we'll leave it there. Now, you can give me number 5. And here's a deal. Whenever you see stuff like this, you just saw that woman. This is going to be a gentleman pretending to be a woman. As you can see, they have some mental issues. I mean, what else would you call it? You can't say that you're in your right mind by saying, if I was going to say that I'm a woman and Dora's a man, I mean, would you continue to watch us? We got some mental issues in.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and play this.
A high school hockey game. A guy who was pretending to be a woman shot and killed 2 people, wounded, I believe, 3, and killed himself as well. They don't even say this was a man who decided to identify as a woman. He destroyed his entire family. His wife said, no, I'm not going to go along with this delusion. We're not going to support you deciding to become a woman. This is ridiculous. And he got divorced. She divorced him. And then he showed up and he killed her at a high school hockey game. I don't know how we can have an honest society if we're not willing to ask very basic questions on this. What drugs are these people on? Is it making them more violent? Why off the charts now mass shootings are they being committed by trans people? During a high
So I'm going to actually show you the video of it. So it goes show you he killed his family. He shot his family, his wife and his kids. Because they won't accept him. They won't play pretend.
Right.
Because that's what you're basically doing. You're pretending to be something you're not. It doesn't matter how much you chop yourself up. You can't be that person, period.
Right, or change, your outward appearance or what. You just cannot change how God made you to come into this world.
Yeah,
You can't.
we've all pretended when we were kids.
Mhm.
That pretend is over when you turn to an adult. I mean, not that we pretended to be a girl or a guy. I mean, not just pretending to be cowboys and Indians, Everybody did that. Everybody did that. But here you go. We'll play this. This is actual video of it. So that's one of the reasons I always say be ready, be prepared, um, be armed. If you're be legally armed, should I say? Know how to use it, know how to defend yourself, and know a legal way to protect yourself. Uh, also say be ready to meet the Lord. You just don't know when that day will come. None of us are promised tomorrow.
That's right.
So I mean, in your next ball game or your next place that you go to, you just don't know. So make sure you're right with the Lord and be ready to meet the Lord and say, wait a minute, I'm not ready. And you're right there in His presence. So make sure you're ready. So if you give me number 3, this one right here, this one gets me so upset because this is just pure evil. You know Epstein files, and you know how we're taking kids and stuff. Well, here you go with this gentleman that you're going to see. I'm surprised he made it to the jail in one piece because that child was actually, I think he broke his femur.
Which is the one part of her leg.
In the car, good thing he was there, but he did kind of probably was freaked out. Is this really happening in front of my face? So when we get to it to help, good thing all these people came together to help her. But it's that part because that child was injured during that process. I think they just held him down until the cops showed up. Sorry, but there should have been some screaming telling him to stop fighting, stop hitting. Because that's just pure evil right there. What was his intentions? His intentions weren't to pick him up and cuddle him or her, and he was there to snatch that child.
Very, very bold. Very bold. To do that. Right there. But that looks like a grocery store.
Okay. So pay attention with your kids. Pay attention to your surroundings. You can give me number 2. Pay attention to your surroundings, your children. I guarantee you she never thought that her walking her child like that anything would have occurred because I mean we've walked our kids like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you can tell at the very beginning of that video, you can tell that baby was moving out of this man's way.
Yes.
Because she, right? It was a she. She moved out of his way because he was coming towards her, and when she moved, that's when he scooped down to grab her.
I remember my daughters would tell me, "Dad, you're holding me too tight. You're holding my hand too tight."
They'd be walking or something, and they'd be like, "Dad, too tight." And he's like, "Oh, okay," and he kind of loosened the grip up a little bit.
Right.
Do you remember when I told you that I believe one person is creating the emergency? This is how. Question. Do you feel anything?
My stomach is a little upset.
Interesting. That's actually a side effect for the very sensitive. Number 2 and Rhonda, please engage the receivers. Thank you. Now, it looks normal, but listen to what's underneath.
The missing aren't missing. They're only departed. Waiting afterwards. Pardon, possession, a look on the shore.
What were those?
Those are the hidden messages that are being broadcast on every TV and radio, and they're infecting our minds without us even knowing they're there. The emergency is caused by subliminal messages.
Manipulation sub rosa.
Yes. It's taken a long time for me to put this together. The sender of these messages is putting our psyches under siege.
Why would someone do that?
When people are anxious or frightened, they're more susceptible to suggestion. They panic, they turn on each other. I mean, look how people are treating each other now. Aggressive, suspicious, unkind.
It's all part of the plan. We are being softened up.
That sounds bad.
It is. These messages are increasing in frequency and getting stronger. Our society is fragile and so much closer to the breaking point than we've ever been. And almost no one is aware enough to fight it.
Why are those children's voices?
People aren't naturally suspicious of children. Your voices don't trigger our defenses. Using children to send the messages makes them virtually undetectable.
Shouldn't you just, I don't know, call the cops?
Wish it were that easy.
You have a phone, right?
But the government agencies that could have helped have been dismantled. You have to understand me. Good women and men who worked for them have gone missing.
But you've got the evidence.
Oh, Rainey. Proof is useless unless it's proof of something people already want to believe. And I'm afraid no one wants to believe this.
You hear that? Nobody wants to believe this. Are we not seeing that today?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, stuff is being exposed, stuff is being told to people, and they don't want to believe it. They don't want to hear it. You can show them false gospels, you can show them false teachings, you can show them the false prophets and so on, and people don't want to hear it. You can show them all the deception during, the jab during 2020, everything that happened. You can show them the fear tactics that they use, the scare tactics. You can show them how they use people against each other to tell them either mask up or don't mask up. You can show them all that, and yet people don't want to hear it.
Yeah, even when you tell them, for them to go look at it for themselves. In other words, don't just believe what we're saying. Go look it up. We'll give you the links for all this stuff. Still, they do not believe that is actual fact.
Yeah. You can tell people, okay, open up your Bibles, follow along, and see if that matches what they're teaching. And they don't want to do it. Entertainment.
Yeah.
People are enjoying entertainment today. All right, let me show you this one here. I'll tell you what, I enjoy beef jerky, the real beef jerky. Who does it? I mean, there's some people, I guess some people don't like it, but every time we went to the store, we would stop, especially when we're traveling, and we get a bag of beef jerky. But this is not the beef jerky they're talking about. Listen to what are on these files in the Epstein files.
Spent the week peeling back the layers of the Jeffrey Epstein saga, but tonight we're going to a territory that most media are simply too terrified to touch, and I don't blame them. We're talking about a chapter so dark here, it challenges our very understanding of the elite, if you will. Most people can now accept the idea of child trafficking, but what about the clear and constant discussion of cannibalism? See, the deeper you dig into the Jeffrey Epstein files, the more you find evidence that shouldn't exist. I'm talking about constant communications in a shared, twisted code, and it's almost always food. I've already explained the reference to Chinese cookies and to cheese pizza, but what about the many references to steak and jerky? Take a look at this. In a May 2014 email, a redacted name is seen organizing a cooking class for Jeffrey Epstein at a restaurant named, you can't make this stuff up, Cannibal. The subject line simply jerky. The emailer telling Epstein this, quote, he will also bring you a taste of his new jerky recipe from the restaurant, and sends a warm hello. He is working at a restaurant called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef jerky and steak. So is jerky another code word? Now listen, we don't know for sure, but here are the facts. The word jerky, if you search the Epstein files, is mentioned 380 times. Like this email from 2012 where Epstein is asking to bring him more beef jerky on Friday. Are you also flying on Friday? If not, I would like to collect it from you and take with me on the plane. Another email from 2012. Epstein said, quote, he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. That said, he has 6 bags of it in a downstairs freezer for his next trip. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Or how about this email, also from 2012, where jerky is being shipped to Epstein because he doesn't like the jerky he made last time, saying, uh-oh, I'm sure someone over there will like some jerky then. Winking face. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. And then one more, also from 2012, where a redacted emailer says to Epstein, I have jerky ready to mail today, but you said you'd be home tomorrow. And then Epstein replies saying, quote, I am concerned that after being off and then being back since Monday, that somehow I have no jerky again. I am very, very annoyed. I'll be the first to tell you, I hope this is wrong. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein was obsessed with beef jerky. Maybe he constantly had it made special just for him and had it shipped to him from all over the place because he never seemed to be able to go to the grocery store or a convenience store and buy it for himself. It was only special jerky. I hope that's the case. But that explanation really doesn't fit, does it? Because when you take all this evidence as a whole, you have to also wrestle with what is true, regardless of how dark and twisted it might be. And you're forced to think about things like this. Take a look. This is a painting that was found hanging in Epstein's New York City home. The title, Little Miss Pink Tomato. Girls on a stage seemingly being judged in a swimwear competition. For years, people would have said, no, this is innocent. This is not what you think it is. But it was all out in front of us, in plain sight. What about this? Epstein went as far as to commission a giant oil painting reproducing the infamous massacre of innocents seen in the Bible. This is the story where Herod orders the massacre of all baby boys 2 years old and younger in order to kill the Christ child. Well, according to emails, not only did Jeffrey Epstein commission that painting, he wanted it hung prominently in the entryway of his Zorro Ranch in New Mexico. In the email, here's how it reads, quote, it is the large 9x9 canvas that we had rolled out for him to see in the entryway where they are killing babies. He wants to use it on the ranch and is hoping it could arrive FedEx by Wednesday. See, this is a window into Epstein's murderous and perverse psyche, into the psyche of these so-called elites. And if you don't believe me, listen to someone who was in those circles, the creator of Pulp Fiction.
What?
They're eating babies, man. Like that's
Do you think so that you think is real? So
well, yeah. Not only that, I think that there's sacrifices going on every day in Los Angeles. Look, maybe they're all eating pizza and grape soda.
For years, they said nothing. They said there's nothing to see here. But the files just keep opening. The questions keep growing, and the darkness surrounding this story only gets deeper. We have spent the week peeling back the layers.
So there you go. As you continue to see things unfolding and being exposed, I want you to keep something in mind. There's videos out there that I do not recommend to watch. I don't even watch them. Of this demonic, evil stuff that they're doing. There's videos out there of them showing that they're actually killing kids, torturing kids, taking the mask off of one child and then putting it on their own face. I don't recommend watching that, and the reason why is you're opening the door for demonic activity in your own household when you're watching those videos. Remember what the Bible says: the eye gate is to your soul. Just think about that. The eye gate, whatever you watch, is going to determine your inside. Just think about that. It's going to influence you, good or bad. So don't watch that stuff. Sure, you can read those emails if you want to read those emails. Some of them were just so gruesome and ugly, but just think about that God is exposing this so you can see that this is true evil out there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So it is awful. That's pure evil. So we want to share this with you. But understand, our hope is in Jesus.
That's right.
Not in man. So there should not be any fear, but there should be an urgency to run to the Lord, an urgency to pick up your Bible and read it,
Yes.
an urgency to make sure that you are right with the Lord, because you don't know when that day is that you're going to show up face to face with Him.
That's right. That's right.
So guys, share this video, give us a thumbs up, help us, follow us, subscribe to us. We need your help because we're still being shadow banned, we're still being blocked.
Yes, yes, definitely. We appreciate, if you share the video and subscribe to the channel, new to homesteading. That would be great. So thank you again. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you on the next.